Buying a car or selling a car? If you're not in the know, you could get ripped off. But in my showroom, I reveal the secrets of the car trade to help you choose the right motor and solve those motoring dilemmas. And in the workshop, Ed will show you how to save a fortune on those repair bills and get your car shifted. You'll even learn how to spot a lemon and avoid those dodgy motors. Welcome to Auto Trader. In the showroom today, we've got a drumming legend, Rick Buckler, who used to be in the Jam, is back on the road. His dilemma is he's got a huge drum kit, a family and band members, so he's after me sorting him out with one of these gigantic MPVs.
I've got a chap coming down called Mike who's got a classic little Porsche 924 for sale. It should be ringing the phone off the hook, but for some reason there's something wrong with the car, or perhaps he's just not selling it properly. Either way, I'm going to help him shift it.
Now, in Spot the Lemon, where I challenge you to tell me what's wrong with a particular motor, I've got a little car that was once stolen. I've got a fella called Paul coming down to the showroom who reckons he can spot a dodgy motor a mile off. Thing is, will he spot the lemon in this one? Well, we're going to find out. Come on in, Ed, let's get to work. It's amazing, the people that pop into the showroom. We've got a real icon with us today. It's none other than Rick Buckler from the Jam, the drummer, and he's joined by Russell Hastings. How are you, chaps?
Good. Fine, yeah.
Now, you've got a real motoring dilemma.
Yeah, I can't get the kit in my car, so I've got to do something about that. It's great for the family, but it's no good for the drum kit.
And your car at the moment is a Mercedes?
Yeah, it's a Mercedes 230.
So you've got a family, and you've got a drum kit, and you've got a saloon car. It's like a...
The family's got to go.
The family's got to go. It's a square peg round hole situation, isn't it? How much money you got to spend?
Oh, about 13.
About 13 grand. Yeah. Well, I've got a whole range of what I think are the best MPVs out there in the market at the moment, and we're going to have a good look round them. Rick has already made one good move. By bringing his best mate Russell along, he's made sure he's got an independent second opinion to stop him from getting carried away and buying the wrong car. Their new band is called The Gift, so let's see if I've got a gift for solving his motoring dilemma. I've chosen 4 big MPVs, all with 3 rows of seats, tons of space and strong diesel engines. Peugeot and Citroën produce the 807 and the C8. They're basically the same car, and both offer comfortable rides with loads of gadgets and a good value when bought second-hand. The Seat Alhambra comes from the Volkswagen family and is the classiest of the group, but comes with a higher price to match. I'm keen to see how this will stand up against a bargain of the group, the Kia Sedona. It's the biggest car here and represents the best buy for anyone who can put value for money beyond bad snobbery. Right then, lads, the first car I'm going to show you is this. It's the smallest car in the showroom, funny enough, but the most expensive. It's the Seat Alhambra. It's £1,000 more than you wanted to spend, but you might find that extra grand when you hear how reliable and practical this car is. The reliability comes from the fact that they're built under the Volkswagen umbrella, and they have been for years. What do you think?
Yeah, if we can get the kit in it, then we'll certainly have a look at it.
Good. And what about the style and image?
Yeah, it's not so important, though. I mean, it's really functionality. It's got to be able to do what it says, get the kit in, get the family in, we'll be all right.
Right, cool. Let's have a look in the boot.
Have a look.
Now, the good thing about the back of the Seat Alhambra is you've got this big, wide open area, and the good news is you can remove one seat or you can remove all the seats. Now, we've got some of your drum kit over here. It's a big bass drum. How many bits of this have we got?
About 7 or 8 piece. So I don't think there's going to be enough room.
But that's OK. Once we get all the seats out, we can certainly get all of this in then, can't we?
You'll have to take all the seats out, though, to do it.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to get anybody else in it, then?
Oh, of course not.
No.
All right, don't worry about it. We'll discount it. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to leave the boys to have a nose round at my next recommendations, the Peugeot and Citroën Duo, because I want to check out this sad-looking Porsche 924 that's just come in on the back of a trailer. I already know its owner, Mike DeBar, has tried to sell it, but unsurprisingly, he's had no takers. If he's going to get it shifted, he'll need to be told a few home truths. Ed?
All right.
This is Mike. He owns the Porsche 924.
Good of you to join us.
Now, Mike can't shift his car. Why?
I have to say, I'm not even slightly surprised you can't shift this motor. You've done no preparation whatsoever. First of all, dodgy old paintwork. You see how flat that is? That should be lovely, clean and shiny, and it's not. Next thing, the tyres are flat. How do you expect the thing to go anywhere at all? Battery is missing. You can't even start it up and take it for a drive. That's never going to work. And then inside, you've got that bad old steering wheel and gear knob. Those are things people touch. They have to be in good condition, and they're rubbish. You're just giving me a whole load of work to sort out here. In its current state, this car's worth about £1,000, but I reckon 100 quid or so spent tidying this porker up, plus some elbow grease, could probably double its value and get it shifted quickly. The big problem is that this boy has simply got fed up with this car and has no willpower to get it sorted.
I'm disgusted.
Now, Mike, I've got an awful lot of work to do now because of you, so I think the best thing you can do is go back into that showroom, make yourself a cup of tea and make one for me too. OK.
Meanwhile, back in the showroom, I'm hoping that one of these 7-seater MPVs will solve Rick Buckler's motoring dilemma of finding a car that would transport his band and drum kit to gigs while keeping his family happy at weekends. OK then, lads, let's say it was a bit small, so I think I'm going to show you these two great big whoppers that I've got in the showroom. I've got a Citroen C8 and I've got the Peugeot 807. What do you think?
Yeah, very nice. They are very similar, though, aren't they?
Yeah, very similar.
Well, that's because they are very similar. They are exactly the same car. They've just got different badges bolted to the front. But a car like this, you really need to get out on the road and experience it because they're so big.
Yeah.
They're like a big old bus on the road. So which one do you want to drive?
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll spin a coin for it. Heads for the Peugeot, all right? Here we go.
Peugeot it is, then.
All right.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah, magic.
Cool. Now, the thing about the Peugeot 807 is that it's a big old bus, and you'll get to know that as you drive
Feels
it.
like it already, doesn't it?
It's got 7 very, very comfortable, nice seats. I've got plenty of space here in the back. Now, these seats do pop out individually. You can swing them around, you can chuck one out, or you can chuck them all out. So what's it like on the road?
Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah, good.
It's comfortable. I mean, I can sit here quite comfortably and drive it. I mean, it's, I don't feel cramped or anything like that. And obviously, we spend a lot of time in a van or a car. Those are the sort of things that make a difference on a long journey.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm not so sure about, because I'm a bit used to seeing a bonnet, everything slopes away, so I'm not really sure where the front is at the moment.
Well, it's out there somewhere. You'll know because you'll feel a thump when you hit something in front. Well done, lads. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, that was all right.
So you like the way that drives on the road?
What do you reckon, Rick?
Very nice, yeah, very nice.
It's all right, isn't it? I mean, although it's a big old bus, it don't feel that big when you're actually driving it and on the road, does it?
No, it doesn't. It drives very much like a car.
And you like the amount of space as well?
Sure, yeah, got to have the space.
Good. Well, down at my place, I like to give you the good news and the bad news to owning any car, especially one of these Peugeots or that Citroen C8. I'm going to tell you the stuff the salesman would never tell you. First of which is the front suspension ball joints on the Citroen and the Peugeot, they wear. Not that that's a problem in itself, it's just that they've run out of replacement parts and you'd struggle to find some. Right. Also, you know those electric sliding rear doors?
Yeah.
Well, they sometimes go wrong and they can stick, and that's a real problem. That costs you a few £100 to put right. How do you feel about it now?
We have to wait and see, I think.
OK, well, look, I've given you a little bit to think about, so why don't you go and have a look at the next car in the showroom? Well done, fellas. Well, it all seems to be going very, very well at the moment, and I'm going to give them the options of going to see a much